Before we get into today's video, I'm going to ask you to keep an open mind. I know some people in my audience don't like these conversations about how much modern dating and relationships have changed, or the opinions on how some women have changed over the years. But listen carefully to what he's saying because I think it makes a lot of sense. And many of you will probably agree. This is a great video from Rodney. He's an older man with a lot of life experience, and I genuinely believe younger men can learn something from what he has to say. In my last video, I spoke directly to the young women. Today's conversation is for the young men. I'll leave the original video linked in the description so you can watch it for yourselves. Let's get into it.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all men today. Today's women are the best women ever for your life because today's women are the worst women ever for your life. You have time to focus on you more, time to focus on your financial growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, your health. You should be focusing on that instead of chasing these women that do not want you. Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of y'all are barking up a tree that you shouldn't be. A lot of y'all are out here crying for the destruction of your own life, which happens to so many men in the 90s, in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. We all know by now, we can all see by now how women change after the 2020s. It's nothing like it used to be. These women back in the day, let me tell you something. These women, they wanted you to buy them flowers. First, you have to talk to them. Then you had to buy them flowers. Then these women want to sit on the phone and talk for hours. I mean, for fucking hours. If anybody know back in the day, y'all know that when we was on the phone with a girl, it wasn't no texting. You would be talking to a girl from like 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. Then you had to marry these chicks. That cost money. Then you would have kids. That cost money. Then you would go out and buy a house with this chick. That costs money. Right? And now you got a family. And then all of a sudden, now everything changes. Now she doesn't want to be in a marriage anymore. Now they divorce all these men. Then you got a child. So now she done took the child. You don't live with your child no more. And then she put you on child support. I mean, men have lost billions and billions of dollars due to divorce and mandatory child support payments to the state, etc. You men ain't got to worry about that shit today. And y'all niggas keep crying over a woman and trying to be in relationships. Let it go. Let it go, man. End it.
If you're a millennial or Generation X, you know exactly what he's talking about. Back then, young men would stay on the phone all night talking to a girl until 6 or 7 in the morning. You know, girls wanted your attention. They wanted to go for a walk in the park. They wanted to grab a drink. They wanted to sit down and simply talk. Even before phone calls, you know, during the letter writing era, I remember being about 16 or 17. There was a young man in my church who joined the choir just so he could be close to me. You know, I was also in the choir. The funny thing was he couldn't even sing to save his life. My father eventually chased him away. Looking back, it was innocent puppy love. Sadly, you don't see much of that anymore in today's dating culture. Anyway, let's hear more from Rodney.
Today, more than ever, you could be making so much money. Let me tell you something. These women today, this is all they want for the majority of them. And they teenagers, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, this is all they want. They want you to take them to dinner. They want you to buy them a drink. And then they want to go home and sleep with their Rose toys and be passed out and go to sleep. Or they want to sleep with their girlfriends when they get intoxicated. This is all that's happening. That's all that's required today of men is for you to take them on a date, buy them a drink, and buy them food. Now, a lot of you may say, well, what's the purpose of doing that? Exactly. It ain't no purpose. So you don't need to be doing that shit either. However, if for some reason you say, hi, I want to go to dinner, I want a nice dinner, and I want some companionship, I want a woman to sit down with, take her to dinner, get the fuck away from her. That's it. Don't talk to her no more. Because you want a companionship. Not trying to ease into her pants, not trying to ease into a relationship. Let that go. Because all she's going to do is somehow sabotage that, and even if she don't, she's just going to use your ass. And then she's going to leave you.
Is it wrong though? Let me be clear. I've always maintained that there are still good women out there, right? But they are becoming fewer and farther between. The problem is, society doesn't seem to produce many good female role models anymore. Pop culture, social media, modern music, influencers, all of it has changed how many young people view relationships, marriage, and family. A lot of young women don't even know what a good woman looks like because they rarely see one being celebrated. Most men are not asking for perfection. They simply want companionship. You know, a girlfriend, a wife, a peaceful home. Healthy relationships are normal. Men and women are meant to build together. But finding that today has become increasingly difficult.
Y'all are blowing so much money to take women on dates today. It is fucking crazy. Y'all out here spending $200 on the first date, $200, $300 on the second date. Y'all niggas are taking these chicks out on dates, but all they're doing is using you to live for free. All you are to a lot of these women is a man who has a debit card or cash to fund her eating, fund her drinks. She will flirt with you. She may let you touch her. She may kiss you or whatever, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, she going to keep on pushing and prolonging and prolonging. She's never going to be your girlfriend. She is never going to trade in her single life of dating thousands of men to be able to settle down just with you. You know why? Because you're going to take her out of her comfort zone. And her comfort zone is to be admired by so many men. The same woman that would make you wait months to have sex with will go have sex with her girlfriends in Jamaica after a couple shots.
For a lot of women today, it's all about the money. To them, a man is nothing more than a debit card funding her lifestyle. The man pays for the meal, he pays for the drinks, he pays for the experiences. In return, she will flirt with you, give you just enough attention to keep you interested, but never enough to move the relationship forward. Instead, she strings you along while enjoying all the benefits of staying single. She's not giving up a lifestyle where she's constantly being pursued just to settle down with one man. And that's exactly why many men are becoming more and more cautious about dating and marriage. By the way, if you're enjoying these conversations and would like to help support the channel, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Every bit of support helps me continue to make videos like this, and I truly appreciate it.
No, it's not. It's a majority of them, at least 90%. They have replaced y'all with technology. So why aren't you chasing the money? Why aren't you trying to become successful? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of y'all would rather struggle with a woman because you have a relationship to build with bullshit than to just get on the internet and use your phone and laptop to make money. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
I think Rodney makes some excellent points. Some of you won't like what he's saying, but ask yourself honestly, can you truly say it is complete nonsense? I'm not telling anyone to give up on love, far from it. I love love. I think healthy relationships are beautiful, marriage is beautiful, strong families are beautiful. But if we're honest, modern dating is not what it used to be. Divorce has destroyed countless families. Family cults have changed the way many men view marriage. The information is out there now. That doesn't mean you should avoid relationships altogether. It simply means you need to move far more carefully than previous generations. That's the reality of today's society. We've all seen the stories. We've seen the experiences, we've seen the warnings. Social programming, modern culture, and a lot of today's entertainment have changed the way many women think about relationships. Yes, there are still good women out there, I've always said that, but they are becoming harder to find. And sometimes it's difficult to tell who is genuine and who is simply putting on an act. If you ignore the warnings from people like Rodney, my channel, and other creators having these conversations, there is a good chance you will learn these lessons the hard way. I know these videos upset some people. I understand that. But I also know many of you are in a relationships where your instincts have been telling you something is not right. You have ignored the red flags because you've invested so many years into the relationship. And I genuinely hope things work out for you. I'm not here to destroy people's relationships. I'm here because I believe strong families start with wise choices. If we're not honest about what's happening in modern relationships, more men will continue getting hurt. Before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to the Phantom Texer. He recently released the song dedicated to men, and I think it's worth checking out. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Show him some support. That's all for today, fellas. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Rodney is right, or do you think he's completely off the mark? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to support what I do, the Buy Me a Coffee link is in the description. Until the next one, fellas, stay peaceful.